Hello students, today you are going to be learning a game called Draw and Compare Decimals. So for this game, you are going to need a deck of number cards, and you are going to need a spinner overlay. You're going to need 2 pencils and your record sheet. So there's 2 players in this game, and the way it works is player 1 will spin the spinner and pick, or it'll land on either greater than or less than. So I spun greater than for this round. So on your record sheet, you're going to circle greater than, and then player 1 is going to draw 5 of the number cards. So I have 0, 3, 7, 8, and another 7. So one thing too before you start the game is you need to go through your deck of cards and remove all of the 10s. You and your partner can choose whether or not you would like to leave the wild cards in there. Wild cards, then you can choose to be any number between 0 and 9, but 10s do need to be removed from your deck. So since I chose greater than, I get to choose 3 cards, and I want to choose the biggest decimal that I can make with those 3 cards. So I'm going to choose 8, 7, and 7 as my 3 cards. And I'm going to put my 3 and 0 to the side. And then I'm going to write on my record sheet the biggest decimal I can make with those numbers. And I'm going to write 0 and 877 thousandths. So it's very important that you read your decimal the way it's supposed to be. So for this, I'm saying 0 and 877 thousandths. Okay, so we're still on round 1. So now player 2 is going to take the 2 cards. They have to use the same 2 cards that player 1 had drawn, and then take 3 more cards from their deck. And we have a 1, 6, and 2. So now player 2 has to figure out what's the biggest decimal that they can make with those cards. So player 2 is going to choose to use 6, 3, and 2. So player 2 would write 0 and 632 thousandths. So for this round, player 1 won because this is the greater decimal. 877 thousandths is a bigger decimal than 632 thousandths. Okay, so for round 2, you're going to keep, again, the same 2 cards, 1 and 0, but now you have to respin your spinner to find out whether or not you're going to get greater than or less than. So this time we got less than, and player 1 is going to draw 3 more cards, 3, 8, 7, 0, and 1. And actually, you might want to have player 2 go first this time just so that it's fair, or you could choose to have whoever won the round go first. You can leave that up to you and your partner. So if I'm trying to get less than, I know 0 is going to be a good number to have behind the decimal. And then I'm going to do, I'll do 1 and 3. So I would write 0 and 13 thousandths. Okay, so then player 2 is going to keep those same 2 cards, draw 3 more. So 3, 9 and 9, and you're going to pick the smallest decimal you could make. So it looks like 378 thousandths is going to be the smallest decimal you can make. So for this one, again, forgot to circle less than. The winner for this round would be player 1. Okay, so play is going to continue for 5 rounds, and whoever won the most rounds is the winner of the game. Have fun!